This is LT and we're in Fresh, which is in Launceston. And you guys, you just do vegetarian food?
Just veggies.
So this is a vegetarian burrito.
It is.
Which Mexican is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world.
Me too, me too.
It is my cuisine. So I'm interested to see how you're going to turn something I love. Vegetarian, I get vegetarianism, just burritos. They need meat, don't they?
I would beg to differ. Okay.
All right, show me how.
I'm a big fan of black beans, personally. And
I am too, yeah.
Black beans, you guys don't use them enough in this country, in my opinion.
So show me how. How do we turn
Show
it
you
into...
how. So first what I'm gonna do is take you through how we make our cashew cheese. These are raw cashews that have been soaking between 2 and 4 hours just to get them nice and soft.
Just in water?
In filtered water, yep. We're gonna rinse them before we actually soak them in the water. Just give them a good rinse, make sure the water runs clear. So I'm gonna add them with the water in them into some sort of food processor, whatever you have at home, blender, Roboku, whatever you guys call this thing.
Jug blender.
Blitz away. Turn this into a nice puree.
So can you over-soak the cashews? Could you put them in overnight and leave them and get up next morning?
When I make this at home, I leave them overnight.
Yeah, so
they seem fine. Yeah. The technical recipe calls 2 to 4 hours, but
yep.
I usually leave them overnight.
So if you look at cheese, cheese has got a savoury note to it.
Yeah.
And it's high in fat. So you're kind of getting the similar sort of flavours.
And you're getting some good protein.
So just you're kind of making a cashew puree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, cashew puree. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a probiotic powder. If you are vegan, it's really important to use a vegan probiotic powder. A lot of probiotic powders are used with animal products. This is a vegan probiotic powder. We're gonna use 2 capsules. This is to help the cashews ferment and give it that nice kind of umami flavor that you want from cheese.
From a good cheese.
From a good cheese. So we're gonna blitz it again, add a little bit of salt, and away we go. So now that we've added our probiotic powder and a little bit of salt, we're ready for fermentation.
So if cheese was something that you could not live without, but you wanted to go down that route, this is a good way of getting around it. Because I love cheese.
I'm like you, I love cheese, but I also love this cashew cheese. It's really nice. It's great on bagels in the morning. You can use it like a cream cheese. Yeah, I really use it in the morning on my toast with eggs and things like that.
So I like the addition of the probiotic. So it is basically you're making a cashew butter or a cashew cream, and then adding that probiotic is going to give it some of that cheesy tone.
Yumminess, and it's also gonna be a little healthier too. Good for your body. So I'm gonna hand that to you. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a clean cheesecloth over this jar.
And fermenting something you're really into, aren't you?
It is, yes. So we're gonna leave this sit in a warm spot for about 3 to 4 days and check it, smell it every day. I think with fermenting, the biggest thing to do is really trust your nose. If it smells off, it probably is. If it smells yummy, it's probably delicious.
Yep.
Other thing to note about that is it's gonna have a little bit of a crust just from being exposed to the open air, which is what you want. You want it to be exposed to the wild yeast and bacteria. So don't worry if the little crust forms. You're gonna put it at the end of 4 days back into the same blitzer you used, blitz it up, maybe a squeeze of lemon if it needs to brighten it. At that point too, you can also add different flavors, herbs if you like. And you've got cashew cheese, and this is the finished product.
So that's it.
This is
and
it.
then how long would that keep if you're, how should you store it? Once you get to that point where you're ready to use it, how do you store it to get the most out of it?
Store it in the refrigerator, absolutely. And again, trust your nose. My cashew cheese at home usually lasts about 2 weeks. Okay. But keep it in the fridge and keep smelling it. If it smells off, don't eat it.
So this is a key ingredient to the burrito bowl we're about to put together.
Yes, it is. Well, it's a nice feature, yeah. And it's great to work with as far as presenting a bowl in kind of an artistic manner.
Cool. All right, let's put the burrito bowl together.
Woo, burrito bowl. All right, so we're gonna start with the bowl. And what I'll do is I will heat up the beans and the kale. Kale is grown locally, and our smoked tofu. We make this tofu in-house. We marinate it overnight in some hot chili and a little bit of brown sugar and some other special things that maybe I shouldn't give away. We marinate that tofu. It is an organic firm tofu. Marinate that overnight, and then we come in the morning and smoke it with mesquite smoking chips.
So you're gonna heat those 3 through just until the kale wilts. And then you're going to plate it up with some little pico de gallo and some smashed avocado.
Absolutely.
It's smelling good. It's looking good.
Thank you.
What have we got to do to finish?
All right, the next thing we're going to do is put a little ahi. I saw you call it pico de gallo. I call it ahi. I don't know what the difference is, but yeah, maybe that's from my travels in South America. We're going to put some right here. We're kind of letting people eat this how they will, you know? We really like that idea here at Fresh, that you can kind of butter your own bread and make your own. We want people to interact with their food.
Yep.
So we're gonna finish off with a little lime cheek, a spoon to help you, and 2 warmed corn tortillas, making this a gluten-free dish.
Rightio. Here we go.
Getting in there?
What would you suggest? Just everything?
I would suggest taking, definitely
Just load it up.
everything. Yeah, I would load it up. I'd start with the cashew cheese.
Yep.
Get a
Smear that
good
on the bottom.
smear of that.
Oh, lost some.
Then I'd probably put some of the chili bean mix in there. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be eaten. Mexican's messy, right?
Oh yeah.
It's never easy. Definitely not first date food. A little bit of guac, some ahi, and the squeeze of lime. Tell me how that is. This is hard cooking for a celebrity chef.
No, I love Mexican food, so you're all good.
Good luck. Oh, coming off the side. Smoky, little bit of heat there.
It's really good. The cashew puree, whether it's cheese or whether it's not cheese, it's just tasty.
It's just tasty, right?
It's all that matters.
Don't have to be vegan to love it.
Nah,
It's
does it taste good?
Good.
End of the game. Yum. Well done.
Well, thank
I
you.
would suggest everyone try this one at home. It will change the way you think about vegan food. Speaking with my mouth full. LT, thank you so much
You're very welcome. Thank
for
you.
showing us a great vegan dish that everyone can try at home.
You're very welcome.